story. At the end of the day, viewers, it's about brotherhood. One community, as the court has recognized, has equal rights. Nizam bhai, on this particular ground, this playground in Bengaluru, and therefore it stands to reason that the other community, for a couple of days, 3 or 4, till this matter is finally decided, allows it in the interests of brotherhood. I'm going to move on. This is another story, viewers, that has been exercising the nation for a few days now. In fact, for a few weeks. And this is the matter of Bilkis Bano. Viewers, I want to ask a few rhetorical questions. Don't all victims of rape deserve to see their tormentors punished as per law? Should political parties and activists pick and choose the sexual assault cases they want to champion on the basis of political affiliation? Two very simple rhetorical questions. Of course, all victims of rape deserve to see their tormentors punished as per law. That is a very basic expectation which is guaranteed by the Constitution to the citizenry. But viewers, on the question, should political parties and activists pick and choose the sexual assault cases they want to champion on the basis of political affiliation, I think all of us know the answer to that one. Of course not. They shouldn't cherry pick. All of us are made of flesh and blood equally in the eyes of our makers. If one of us is violated, the whole community is violated. Now, some of these questions haunt Bengal's Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee today. She has announced a 2-day Dharna to demand justice for Bilkis Bano. The TMC wants the Supreme Court to overturn the remission handed out to Bilkis Bano's rapists that were convicted. This remission was granted by the Gujarat government. Bilkis Bano's rapists spent a little over 14 years in jail, and the Supreme Court had recently permitted the Gujarat state government to examine their pleas seeking remission. The remission was granted. And therefore, since then, there have been appeals filed in the Supreme Court calling upon it to reverse its own order and also overturn the remissions. And we have seen a number of political parties champion the cause of Bilkis Bano. Nothing wrong with that. This is a democracy. The latest, of course, being Mamata Banerjee. Listen to her right now, what she just said.
মহিলাদের আমি বলবো বিলকিস বানুর যারা হত্যাকারী গুজরাটে ধর্ণা দিয়ে গান্ধী মূর্তির পাশে 48 আওয়ার্স বসে থাকবে যে ইমিডিয়েট সুপ্রিম কোর্টকে হস্তক্ষেপ করে ওদের অ্যারেস্ট করানোর ব্যবস্থা করতে হবে अब हम लोगों को पास भी लेटर भेजा सबको छोड़ दो स्वाधीनता का 75 साल है ये आपने मौका लिया और सब स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को लेटर लिखा ये लोगों को छोड़ देना चाहिए लेकिन तब हम लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया था कि इसमें आप गुजरात दंगाकारी वो लोगों को भी छोड़ देंगे आपको शर्म तो होना चाहिए आप बेटी का बात करते हैं आप प्यार का बात करते हैं और सबसे ज्यादा बेटी का ऊपर अत्याचार कौन करते हैं आप करते हैं
Mamta's critics are now saying her intervention is selective. They want to know where she was when victims of post-poll violence and rape in West Bengal in 2021 sought her intervention when the Bengal police didn't file FIRs. In fact, the Calcutta High Court had slammed Mamta's government's apathy and inaction. Now, viewers, what did the court say at that time? The court was very clear. It said on the 19th of August 2021, and I'm quoting the Calcutta High Court, glaring inaction by state is evident from the data. Heinous crimes against women like rape, etc. have been committed. Committee's master data has 13 cases of rape. Steps not taken to inspire confidence by the government. State tried to downplay cases of rape and murder. Government hasn't responded to cases of rape. Send it to the CBI. In fact, viewers, I will quote now straight out of the judgment itself or the order. Another glaring example of inaction by the state is evident from the data furnished in the report of the committee, where for heinous crimes against women such as rape or attempt to rape made in the complaints presented by the complainants before the committee, which were referred to the police, but proper steps have not been taken to investigate the heinous crime, which could inspire confidence in law enforcing agencies. In the master data furnished by the committee, there are 13 cases of rape. In one of the cases, the victim has even approached the Honorable Supreme Court for intervention, and the matter is pending. The names of the victims of the complainants are not being mentioned for the purpose of confidentiality. Viewers, it's not just this. The order went on to say, in our opinion, the heinous crimes such as murder and rape deserve to be investigated by an independent agency, which in circumstances can only be the CBI. It is for the reason that in a number of cases the state had failed to register the FIRs and opined the same to be not the case of murder. In some cases, even after the registration of FIR, the observation by the state is that they may result in no case. This shows predetermined mind to take investigation into a particular direction. This is what has been said by the court. The question is Mamata Banerjee today grandstanding so that she can score a few political points against the BJP? Let's open this up. Let me go straight across to Dr. Santanu Sen, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha and spokesperson of the TMC. Dr. Sen, the charge is that Mamata Banerjee is using Bilkis Bano as a crutch to fight a political battle against the Narendra Modi government at the centre and the BJP at the state level. If she was so concerned about women's rights, she would have done a lot more for the post-poll violence rape victims. In fact, sir, it's very, very sad that a 60-year-old woman was raped in front of her grandson, among several others who claimed sexual assault during the post-poll violence in Bengal. This is as heinous as any crime can be. But your government, your administration was held up for apathy. How do you like to respond, Dr. Sen?
There is no point of using this Bilkis Bano case as a crutch, because now it has become loud and clear. If you go through the National Crime Records Bureau, you can very well understand that the crime rate on women, and so far the rape cases are concerned, it has significantly raised in our country. And if you go state-wise, you will see Uttar Pradesh is leading the list. Madhya Pradesh is just following Uttar Pradesh.
I see.
And many other BJP-ruled states, they are in the list very much. So far as Bilkis Bano is concerned, it was an incident of 2002. She was pregnant. She was a 5 months pregnant lady. And her 3 years daughter was also killed. Now you are talking about Bilkis Bano. I must remind you, on 15th August, in the morning while talking about women empowerment, Narendra Modi ji, he was talking the same from Lal Killa. On the very same day in the state of Gujarat, we all know there are certain rulings of Supreme Court. But irrespective of all this, you have to admit, on the same day, Narendra Modi ji in his own state, 11 accused were not only released, they were welcomed gloriously, they were garlanded, they were given sweets and
Dr.
everything.
Sen,
Now
I have taken a public position.
One
second, Dr. Sen. I and this channel have taken a public position in support of Bilkis Bano.
Let me answer your question.
So one second. Now I asked you a very specific question about using... One second. You quoted some statistics. Let me correct you, sir.
I am answering your question.
No, let me correct you. Let me correct you. You mentioned a certain state, Uttar Pradesh, as leading the charts in crimes against women. According to the NCRB data for 2019-2020, West Bengal is the number 2 state for crimes against women. Sir, let me also quote another statistic. The same NCRB data has also highlighted how West Bengal has the lowest conviction rate for crimes against women in 2020. That stood at just 2%. Not to mention Kolkata's conviction rate, which stood at 7.8%. Therefore, I'm asking you, wouldn't you therefore agree that Mamata Banerjee's criticisms are politically motivated and are selective? Why are you politicizing her case? It's the greatest dishonor you're making.
You are sitting on the chair of an anchor. No. The problem is whenever you are sitting on the chair with some biased mind, it becomes very difficult for us who are sitting at a far distance from your place to convince you. Let me answer your question. You are talking about post-poll violence. I would like to let you know once again, up till 5th of May, law and order situation was under the purview of Election Commission of India in our state of West Bengal.
That is a lie.
After 5th, Mamata Banerjee took the charge. And from 6th of May, there was no case of post-poll violence. So whatever has taken place,
Sir,
it has taken place.
Calcutta High Court. Calcutta High Court says, quote unquote, glaring example of inaction by the state. These are the words of the Calcutta High Court. I'm not making it up, and I'm not biased here, sir. I've already said that on Bilkis Bano, I believe that there is a case. There is a case for overturning the remission. So 1 minute. I'm only saying, one second. I'm only asking whether, sir, please, doctor, you know, when you don't have answers to give me, the basic methodology that people adopt here is to attack the anchor. I'm not going to allow that. I'm not. Because my facts are absolutely unimpeachable. Correct me on my facts. That's it. There are no bias in these words of the court. If you are alleging that, sir, good luck to you. The court will think of you as being contemptuous. And let me tell you, viewers, the court has held up certain cases. I can't take the names. But viewers, here is the entire list of cases that the court said that the state government, the state was bearing. I'm not, sir. I'm not asking. I've only asked you for an answer. You attacked me. I'm only correcting you, sir. I'm just putting the facts out for my viewers.
You are not allowing me to complete my answer.
Sir, go ahead.
You are not allowing me to complete.
You have said everything.
Because immediately you want me to play the string in your tune.
Mr. Sen, you can't have a monologue. You can't have a
What has
monologue
happened in Gujarat? There is a complaint of perpetual rape.
Sir, there is a habitual problem. Look at this. Viewers, 1 second. You have trivialized the Hanskhali rape case.
May I come in?
In 2012, Mamata Banerjee said, you are showing repeatedly that a little girl has been raped. I asked police what happened. Now, will you call it a rape? Will you call her pregnant? Or will you call it love affair? Have you done the inquiry? You know what the law says, viewers?
Right.
A child attack. No, 1 second. A child.
Don't confuse.
Please.
Rahul, may I
spoken against media trial.
Please, sir. Please.
Like you people.
Please.
This man cannot
like you people.
talk the entire.
There you go. There you go. I have heard they were into a relationship, said Mamata Banerjee, about a little girl who got impregnated. Under our laws, viewers, even consensual, 1 second, there is statutory rape in this country, and if you even have,
don't confuse the people.
There is nothing called consensual rape. There is nothing called consensual sex with an underage. Sir, you can keep shouting, it's fine. I'm only quoting facts.
May I
Okay.
Rahul, can I come in?
One second. And this is very, very important. This is what the court said. The constitutional obligations of the state cannot be vested in the election commission even during elections. The order addressed this issue that Dr. Sen is raising. I'm quoting the order. Strong argument was sought to be raised by the learned Advocate General time and again that till such time election code was in force, entire police was under the control and supervision of Election Commission of India. Hence it is responsible for any violence till May 3, 2021, when the code was lifted. No provision of law, rules or instructions to that effect have been referred in support of the argument. The argument deserves to be rejected outrightly. Civil or police administration is under the control of the Election Commission during the process of elections only to ensure free and fair elections. That does not mean that the police stopped discharging its normal duties to control law and order. This argument runs contrary to even the stand of the state, where it claimed that number of FIRs were registered up to May 3, 2021 for post-poll violence and otherwise also for normal crime in state. The police was duty-bound to maintain law and order and register FIRs and not the Election Commission. Viewers, everything that Dr. Sen has said...
Why incidents stop taking place?
Rahul, may I please?
After 6th, tell me.
You know, Dr. Sen has been
Mr. Sen...
doing one lie after another.
Okay, let the BJP respond to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Rahul, I will not take too long. I quickly want to bust and nail the lies by the Trinamool Congress. First and foremost, Article 324, 325, 326, 327, 328 and 329. Please go and read. These articles say that during election to a particular state, the Election Commission only has to see that the elections are conducted in a free and fair manner. But the overall jurisdiction in terms of administration still continues to lie with the concerned Chief Minister. So Mamata Banerjee continues to be responsible for the post-poll violence.
I have settled that issue, but I have a more... No, but I have a more... I have a political question.
May I please finish, Rahul? I barely started. Give me 20 seconds.
Okay.
You know, you had Mr. Sen go on and on. The moment I spoke, you said, let me please say one more thing. Now, is remission something that is legally provided? Yes, it is provided under Section 432 of the CRPC. I just want to ask one thing to people. Why is it? You know, what happens in the Bilkis Bano case? We will come to know within the next 2 odd weeks because the case will come up in the Supreme Court. But what I can't understand, where was this Mahua Moitra? Where was Mamata Banerjee? You know?
That's fine. You can call out the hypocrisy, but I just want to come to the point with you. 1 second.
Gang rape, your Mamata Banerjee, just 20 seconds, please. I will say exactly what she said. After the Hanskhali gang rape, Mamata Banerjee said, "Aapni rape bolbeen, na aapni love affair bolbeen, na aapni pregnant bolbeen." Was it a love affair gone wrong? Was it because the girl was pregnant?
Okay.
Accused the so-called
so you can argue the point, Ms. Verma, about the hypocrisy, etc., etc. But I want to ask you, despite that, can Mamta Banerjee's comments be outrightly dismissed? That's the fundamental question. A large number... 1 second, Sanju Verma. A large number of people are saying that you might have, at some level or the other, taken defense of behind the letter of the law. But in spirit, should we be releasing rapists into society and then garlanding them, which an element of those that are sympathetic to your cause have done? In the Bilkis case, Khushbu Sundar from your party came out. Khushbu Sundar from your party came out and said exactly this, that it was wrong. Mr. Fadnavis, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, said it was wrong. But we haven't heard any central leaders even mention the Bilkis Bano. Of course, go ahead.
Okay. Rahul, now, you know, I'm glad you brought this issue, and without shoving things under the carpet, I will clearly say this, that, you know, if Bilkis Bano's, perpetrators have to go back to jail, then we need to re-examine the entire policy with respect to remission. My only submission is this. You cannot say that the convicts in this case should not get the benefit of remission, but when Perari Valan, the key assassin in the Rajiv Gandhi case in March this year, was given, remission by the Supreme Court, people were quiet.
Sure.
Then Mohammad Afroz, in the Nirbhaya case, you know...
Well, I asked that question on this show of the DMK government, and I felt that that was very wrong. One second. Maybe you were here on the debate, I don't know, Sanju Verma, but the DMK government was asked that similar question. Why are you felicitating the killers of Rajiv Gandhi, who were, at least one of them, Perari Valan, who was given remission and then celebrated? I took a absolute straightforward view. Unacceptable. And on this case, and therefore, on the Bilkis case, that's why, madam, on the Bilkis case, your decision to go out there, or not yours in particular, or your parties in particular, but those that support your party and speak in perhaps support of your party, their decision to felicitate the rapists, the convicts, rapists of Bilkis Bano was absolutely wrong. Reprehensible, and your own Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra has come out and said so. So I'm only saying, why hasn't the centre...
But Rahul, I just want to ask you one thing. If there is a policy with respect to remission and somebody is being given the benefit of doubt under that remission policy, then I don't think there should be an issue, or you have the entire...
The issue lies, and that is matter which is sub judice. I agree with you. The matter is sub judice. It is with the Supreme Court. I agree with you. There are certain lacunae, according to some people, in the manner in which the procedure of remission was carried out. Now, I can't sit here and have a parallel debate on that. That matter is now before the Supreme Court. On that, yes, there is a procedure. The Supreme Court allowed for the panel to be set up to go into the remission.
What
the Supreme Court...
to Manu Sharma?
Fair enough, absolutely.
What about remission to Sushil Sharma?
There is...
The Naina Sahni case?
Yes, there is a provision. No one is denying that, madam. No one is denying it. It is only about how the process and procedure... Yes, as I've said... Okay, one second. Sanju Verma, I agree with you. There is a provision under the law to give remission in certain states once life sentence has been completed. That law was already altered in 2014 at a national level in certain cases. One second. The matter was not to be applied. One second. Allow me. I agree that the matter, that this change rules 2014 should not be allowed retrospectively, but there are concerns about how the panel went about its work, which is now before the Supreme Court. I leave it at that. There's no, I'm not disagreeing with you. Yes, okay, 10 seconds. Go ahead, 10 seconds. Yeah.
Rahul, because you're somebody who welcomes constructive criticism.
10 seconds. Go ahead, ma'am.
The Supreme Court says that remission rules have to be applied based on the date of conviction.
I agree with you. I've said so. I agree with you. The matter is now before the Supreme Court. Madam, I think you're just repeating what I've said. I'm only repeating you and echoing you. You are right. You can argue that you followed the letter of the law. I'm talking about... One second. There are certain people who have moved the Supreme Court saying that you did not follow the letter of the law. The matter is now before the Supreme Court. I just want to say, viewers, it doesn't stop anyone, even Mamata Banerjee, from raising this issue. But is it right to use Bilkis Bano as a political tool? That's all. That was a debate. I leave it at that.